life's occasions all year long. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick is still open, and we're having a sale. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
See, you got yourself a new hat.
Yep, had to. Fired up to fire Biden.
Now, well, first we got to deal with that congressman, Newhouse.
That's easy. Not voting Newhouse.
You know, he voted to impeach Trump. I'm not voting for no Newhouse.
How about Jared Sessler?
Sessler the vegan?
Jared Sessler's a vegan.
He's a vegan and he wants to tax our beef.
There's only one choice.
And there is only one choice, and that's Tiffany Smiley.
Tiffany Smiley it is.
MWSA Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Save through Monday with Bi-Mart's latest savings book, including summer stock reduction savings. Save on a dozen ball canning jars. Regular mouth jars are $11.99, wide mouth $13.99. Save on Blazer brass 9mm ammo. A 50-count box is just $11.99. Plus save $50 on an Avanti 5 cubic foot chest freezer, hot priced at $139.99. Store-wide savings through Monday of up to 50% off during our summer stock reduction sale only at Bi-Mart.
Round 2 voting is now open in Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Friday morning. We are tracking a bunch of fires this morning, most of them in Morrow County, but especially in Umatilla County. And we'll go ahead and get right into it. We're just going to sweep across the map from west to east and from north to south. And we'll start with the Lone Rock Fire, which is the oldest fire on this map, if you want to think of it that way. It is now just a little over 77,000 acres, 10% contained. The south edge of this is burning very hot right now, and we still have a level 3 go now evacuations in place from the West County line along Buttermilk Canyon to Highway 207 and milepost 10 south of Hardman to the South Morrow County line, and then a level 2 be set evacuation from Hardman to the South Morrow County line. So there you have to be packed and ready to leave at a moment's notice, especially just given how active this fire is. Now we move over into Umatilla County, where we have Incident 251 and the Buck Mountain fires kind of being contained. Acreage, the last update we got was that it was 2 acres. I think unofficially it's probably much larger than that at this point because it is prompting evacuations, level 2 evacuations for the Cold Springs Loop area. So that's where you have to be packed and ready to leave at a moment's notice. And then a level 1 evacuation for the Weston Mountain area. And we have all of these places and landmarks and locations listed online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Now let's move it on to another grouping of fires. This would be the Coombs Canyon fire and also the Pilot Rock fire. The Coombs Canyon is around 300 acres, but the Pilot Rock fire definitely the much larger of the two, up around 19,000 acres, but some very good news in that it's now 50% contained. We do have several level 3 evacuations still in place for this fire. You can also find these listed online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Now on to the Battle Mountain Complex, consisting of 2 fires. The northern one, the least active one, the more active one being the Snake Fire, around 1,000 acres. And this one has level 3, level 2, and level 1 evacuations in place. The level 3 west of Highway 395, south of Ukiah to Dell, along the area of North Fork of the John Day River in Camas, I might be mispronouncing that, Creek, and north of the Umatilla County line. A level 2 evacuation. You have to be packed and ready to leave at a moment's notice for the Taylor Creek area, just east of the Umatilla County line. And there is a level 1 be ready evacuation for the entire city of Ukiah. So you got to be on your P's and Q's. You got to be fire aware. And I'll show you what this is going to do to our air quality coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, the Pilot Rock fire is currently burning 20,000 acres, and the captain of the Umatilla County Sheriff's Office has a big message for everyone. We have what it is coming up.
A Washington officer fired, this after laughing about a student that died at a crosswalk last year. We have the details.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Dalal.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald, filling in for Jill Sperling this morning. It is Friday, July 19th.
And Riley, we always look at the National Today calendar. It's a big morning show thing.
Yes.
Always trying to see because there's a National Day for everything. So you were saying the National Day for today is a National Retainer Day.
National Retainer Day. We were talking about our retainers and how...
She had a great idea to do the newscast with our retainers on.
To do the newscast with our retainers. I don't think anyone would enjoy that.
No, I wouldn't enjoy it either. Mine's pretty gross at this point. TMI, I'm sorry, guys.
Incredible. I have a permanent retainer on the lower teeth. It's like that metal bar, and then I sleep in the upper one.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not going to be doing the newscast.
No, I don't think so, not today.
We are going to get to your top stories now.
So we're getting new images of a large wildfire that burned around 800 acres in Walla Walla County.
So this happened in a wheat field near Ridpath Road, just off of Luckinbill Bridge Road. Several fire agencies, including Walla Walla County Fire Districts 2, 4, 6, and 8, College Place Fire Department, the City of Walla Walla Fire Department, and Walla Walla North County Fire all responded. It took several hours to contain the fire, and firefighters say there were 3 farmers who also helped in stopping the fire by using their disc machinery to contain the spread. No structures were lost and nobody was hurt. And now the Pilot Rock fire has burned more than 20,000 acres, and it's triggering evacuation levels at 1, 2, and 3.
Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma stopped at the command center to learn more about this fire.
Pilot Rock fire has grown to about 20,000 acres and is at a level 3 evacuation order.
And the Umatilla County Sheriff's Office says that the fire is reportedly contained along Yellow Jacket Road and Highway 395 South, with crews still monitoring the fire. The Umatilla Sheriff's Office also says fire crews will be concentrating heavily on the west and south end of the fire along Bear Creek Road and to the west of Gardane Road. And the dry conditions and increasing temperatures are extremely challenging, and additional fires are expected. I spoke with Stern Ward, captain of the Umatilla County Sheriff's Office, and she says it's crucial for people to listen to the evacuation orders.
So at this point, we want people to stay out of the area, not to interfere with the fire crews, and kind of let them do their job. Well, for the safety of the fire crews and for everyone else that are fighting the fire, we don't want them to get in there, get hurt, get in the way, slow down the fire. So we ask people to stay out of the area.
And as of right now, Highway 395 from Ukiah just south of Pilot Rock remains closed with restricted access. The Sheriff's Office is also asking people to stay out of the Mackay Reservoir to allow access for air support to pull water from the reservoir. And the Umatilla Sheriff's Office says that for people who have evacuated and are looking for somewhere to go.
Right now there's 2 shelter areas, one in Grand Union High School and the other one at the Pendleton Convention Center. Reporting in Pendleton, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
As of Thursday, over 3 million acres have been burned in the U.S. by wildfires. And with extreme heat to continue in some parts of the country, there is a high potential for more large wildfires to emerge.
The National Interagency Fire Center has increased its preparedness to its highest level, PL5. This greenlights a larger scale operation for wildfire control, like hotshot crews, air tankers, smoke jumpers, and communications equipment.
To find out more about these fires and others burning throughout our region, go to applevalleyNewsNow.com. And if you scroll down the page, you'll see a special section just on wildfires. We work to keep that updated with the most recent information available.
Also, in a reminder, if you're feeling that heat, Walla Walla continues to offer a cooling center at First Congregational Church at 73 South Palouse Street. The center is open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. through Sunday, July 21st. And those days may be extended as our triple-digit heat continues. We'll continue to update you on this. We go now to a crime story in Walla Walla. Walla Walla police arrested a 21-year-old for voyeurism yesterday afternoon. According to police, Maxwell Grady was reportedly following a woman at Pioneer Park in the morning, and a police report was taken, and Grady was questioned and released because no crime had been committed.
Later that same day, a person at Whitman College reported a man followed a woman into a public restroom, filming them. Police identified the man and later arrested Grady at his house. Walla Walla police have received complaints about a man following and filming women near Walla Walla Community College in the past several weeks, and police confirmed that it was also Grady.
He was booked into Walla Walla County Jail on voyeurism, a Class C felony. They're asking for anyone else with similar interactions to contact the Walla Walla Police Department.
Now to a story we first brought you in 2023. A Washington police officer who was caught on body cam ridiculing a woman who died after being hit by a car has been fired.
The police body camera footage that sparked nationwide outrage showed then Officer Daniel Otterer saying John B. Candula's life had limited value. John V. Candula, the 26-year-old grad student died after another officer hit her with his patrol car while she was in a crosswalk in Seattle. Interim Seattle Police Chief Sue Rahr fired Otterer, saying his actions have brought shame on the Seattle Police Department and our entire profession, making the job of every police officer more difficult. And that's the end of that quote. Community members fighting for change say there's more that needs to be done.
For police officers and the police guild to have the audacity to even talk like this in private, it means there's a culture.
Otterer says the call was meant to be union business and that his comments were not meant to mock Candula, but to mock lawyers who debate the value of life after a police killing. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your weather forecast. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers on the best-selling trucks in America for 47 years. Don't wait. Get the deal you can't miss. Lease a 2024 F-150 STX Super Crew for just $399 a month. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Welcome to Walker's Furniture's 44th anniversary sale, where we are celebrating by offering savings up to 44% off.
And get special financing for up to 5 years.
This week at Walker's.
Whitman Hill Winery is proud to support Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown.
Scan this QR code or click contests at applevalleyNewsNow.com to vote for your favorite and enter to win a $25 gift card from STCU. From STCU, Les Schwab Tires, and Whitman Hill Winery.
A lot is changing in our community right now. New roads, new schools, and new opportunities. We're growing, and that means there are more cars on our streets than ever before. That's why we're expanding our facilities and services. So no matter what roads lie ahead, you'll always find your way home.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Chevy Silverado with financing as low as 1.9% from McCurley Chevrolet.
Communist China poses an economic and national security threat to America.
And Dan Newhouse is the leader in Congress fighting for our security.
Dan stood up to Communist China and wrote the bill to stop them from buying up American farms and ranches.
And Dan's working to secure the border and stop the flow of deadly Chinese fentanyl through Mexico and into our communities.
Where Joe Biden fails us, Dan Newhouse fights for us.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message to stand up to Communist China and to secure our border.
It's the More Furniture Anniversary Truckload event. We've been serving our loyal customers since 1997, and in appreciation, our showrooms are filled with truckloads of our top-tier products at factory direct prices, ready for delivery straight to your home. During our anniversary event, we'll give you special 48-month financing with no money down and equal monthly payments. For a limited time, when we deliver your purchase, we'll pick up, repurpose, and donate your gently used pieces locally. Visit your local showroom for the best deals.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers, like the Built Wild Bronco family. Get the deal you can't miss. Lease a 2024 Bronco Sport Big Ben for just $369 a month, only at your local Ford dealer.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We, of course, do have several fires burning in the region, but thankfully air quality not looking all that bad for this morning, just some moderate air quality. But of course, it is very possible or plausible a little bit later in the day that we could see some air quality that at the very least is unhealthy for sensitive groups. We'll keep tabs on that very closely. Let's go ahead and put the smoke forecast into motion. Let's kind of show you what we're thinking is going to happen with the smoke for today. So by lunchtime, looks like air quality for the most part should be pretty good, but then some haze starting to fill back into the region, especially for Benton County, Franklin County, Walla Walla, and of course the worst of the worst air quality is going to be in Morrow and Umatilla counties, especially immediately downwind of some of those most active fires. And then into Saturday, upper level winds will start to shift out of the north and a little bit out of the east as well, and that could bring some more smoke into our region, unfortunately. So if we had to parse out the days, tomorrow's air quality is almost certainly going to be worse than today's air quality. But of course, a lot of that hinges on the containment efforts of all of these adjacent fires. Here's your hour by hour for today for the Tri-Cities. A lot of haze for today. Should be pretty light in nature though, but it will be hot. We'll be up around 100 degrees within the Tri-Cities. That'll place us at about 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. We'll be even hotter as we head into the weekend. I'll show you some of that dangerous heat coming up in a few minutes, but for now, we'll send it to break.
Find amazing deals store-wide during the anniversary sale at Furniture Row. And right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or 5 years, no interest financing. The anniversary sale, on now at Furniture Row.
Chill or grill on a new deck from Par this season. Get a free Makita Bluetooth radio or portable pellet grill with a qualifying Par deck package purchase of wood, TimberTech, or Trex. Visit par.com for details. Par, go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
Clear Choice Student Checking. Open yours today at any Yakima Federal Savings and Loan.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Indulge in Legends Casino's seafood buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
The anniversary sale at Denver Mattress is on now. And right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Save up to $300 on our Doctor's Choice lineup or get 5 years no interest and free shipping. The anniversary sale only at Denver Mattress.
Looking for a quiet place to kayak or paddleboard?
The lake, the river here they're just great.
You'll want to see Blackwell Island.
Get out and experience the water. This is a great recreation area.
Fly the Northwest.
Lots of scenery.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Double cider, people who put butter on both sides of the bread.
Any double ciders here that they want to admit?
Next live, Anthony Ramos from Twisters and Chef Eitan Berna.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at applevalleynewsnow.com and our mobile apps.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In a consumer alert, several flights are grounded this morning.
The FAA says it made the decision to ground several flights from U.S. carriers because of communication issues. The affected airlines include United, Allegiant, Delta, and American. Right now, it's unclear how long the grounding will last, but it's important to note that yesterday's ground stop for Frontier Airlines has been lifted, which was linked to a major Microsoft outage.
A budget motel has been ordered to pay $2 million to the estate of a man that was severely burned by water from a shower who later died from it. 76-year-old Alex Cronis was staying at a Kentucky Econo Lodge back in 2021.
He stepped into a shower that was spraying water hotter than 150 degrees. 2 coworkers had to pull him out, and he suffered third-degree burns. Cronis waited hours to visit a hospital. His burns did not heal, and he died from complications months later.
In the wrongful death lawsuit, a jury found the motel's owner failed to properly maintain the room for reasonable safety. Cronus's family was awarded the $2 million judgment. There's not yet been comment from the motel owner's attorney.
This year's Amazon Prime Day event hit record numbers. So between July 16th and 17th, shoppers spent $14.2 billion during the online sale event. And according to analytics, that's an 11% boost in sales from last year.
Back to school supplies, TV, electronics, and small kitchen appliances were the top sellers. The online retailer says that in the weeks leading up to the event, millions of shoppers joined Amazon Prime. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, if you're someone that worries about zombie apocalypses or aliens landing on Earth, you can worry less about what you're going to eat, at least thanks to Costco. So what in the world does that mean? Well, we'll tell you what Costco is rolling out to ease your end of the world tension.
There's nothing more exhilarating this time of year than traveling the open road in an RV. At Broadmoor RV, our family has been so dedicated to helping you discover America the Beautiful. We make it a point to carry the top brands in the industry at prices you can afford. That's why Broadmoor RV is the #1 travel trailer dealer in Washington State. Family owned and operated for almost 30 years. Broadmoor RV Superstore, your destination store in Pasco.
With the latest looks arriving monthly, there's always something new to love at Furniture Row, like the Krisha Sleeper Sectional. Boasting luxurious comfort, several layouts, and 2 colors, the Krisha elevates any home with stylish practicality. Or dine on the Traverse City with a weathered chestnut finish and book-matched pattern. This rustic contemporary set is great for gatherings of any size. And for your bedroom, the Levita features a cool natural look with simulated live edge cuts and a casual contemporary appeal. Find these fresh new looks and more now at Furniture Row.
These are real people seeking solutions to real problems.
I have plantar fasciitis.
Pain with my feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports.
I definitely feel the heel-to-toe walk.
I'm not feeling any pain, especially in my heel. That's where I always feel it.
I don't feel the knee pain. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Oh, you're a blessing in disguise.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Tiffany Smiley is not who she says she is.
Tiffany Smiley started a PAC claiming to raise money to support conservative candidates, but contributions were funneled to pay off her own $1 million campaign debt.
Of the almost $800,000 she raised, only $24,800 went to candidates. Instead, Tiffany used the money on luxury travel and to try to pay off her massive debt.
Tiffany Smiley deceived her donors. Don't let her deceive you.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message.
Exmark mowers were born to deliver legendary reliability, signature cut quality, and stubborn durability that refuses to give in. Because like you, Exmark mowers were built for this. Save big on Exmark Vertex mowers. Take advantage of instant rebates and bonus fleet discounts for a limited time only.
Experience the difference. Liberty Lawn and Saw on Van Giesen in West Richland.
Round 2 voting is now open in Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is still mild/warm out there, near 70 for some portions of the Yakima Valley. This temperature sensor says we're 75 in the Tri-Cities, and then a mixture of 60s and 70s for the foothills of the Blue Mountains. A little bit later today, it's going to be hot out there again, maybe just a smidge cooler compared to yesterday, not by much though. We're still going to be just shy of 100 for the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys, right around 100 for the Lower Columbia Basin, and just shy of 100 degrees as well for the foothills of the Blue Mountains. Also, it will be hazy today, especially for Morrow and Umatilla counties adjacent to those fires, but also we could have some haze slipping into Benton, Franklin, and Walla Walla counties. For tonight, the winds will come out of the west, so that'll confine a lot of the smoke to Umatilla, Morrow, and Walla Walla counties. Other than that, clear skies. Overnight lows will be mild again, back into the 60s. Will be even hotter for Saturday, around 105, but that's nothing compared to Sunday. 110 will be about 15 to 20 degrees above average for this time of the year, resembling some of the heat that we had for last week. But once we get past the hump, it looks more seasonal, albeit still hot, with temperatures in the mid-90s, at least in the Tri-Cities. We have expansive excessive heat warnings in place from 11 a.m. tomorrow to 10 p.m. for Monday evening, and then this heat advisory that's in place for the eastern slope of the Cascades. That goes from also 11 a.m. on Saturday, but the cutoff is 8 p.m. on Monday. And then just given how hot and dry we're going to be, we do have a fire weather watch in place for southern portions of Umatilla and Morrow counties. We already have several fires burning down there right now, so there is the risk that we could see more. Also, there's going to be a risk for some lightning-induced fires on Monday. Okay, here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. We'll have haze that will be increasing into Saturday, near 110 for Sunday, finally some 90s into next week. For Yakima, better air quality today than Saturday, highs near 105 for Sunday, maybe some 80s by the end of next week. For Hermiston, will be hazy over the next couple of days, near 110 for Sunday, and then low 90s for Tuesday and beyond. And finally, for Walla Walla, hazy for today and tomorrow at least, highs north of 105 for Sunday, and then feeling much more seasonal by Tuesday.
Thank you, Josh. We've got some entertainment news now, but kind of sad entertainment news. So actor and comedian Bob Newhart died yesterday in LA. He was 94 years old.
Best known for his dry sense of humor and for his roles in the classic TV sitcoms The Bob Newhart Show and Newhart in 1961. He won 3 Grammys for his live album, The Buttoned Down Mind of Bob Newhart, including Best New Artist.
His film career included hits like Elf and Legally Blonde 2.
And I think we all know him from Elf. Are there any other movies that you guys know him from? I know I've seen him in a lot of things, but it's mostly just Elf that I remember him from, being Buddy the Elf's dad.
But let's think about that. He won a Grammy in 1961. I think Elf came out in 2004. That is a long, very successful, diverse career.
None of us were born back then, so that makes a lot of sense. Well, check this out now. So if you're worried about the zombie apocalypse, an alien landing, or some other civilization-ending event, you need to be prepared, right?
And of course, Costco has everyone covered, as they always do.
Definitely. The chain is now selling food buckets that seem to be tailor-made for extinction-level survival readiness.
So these ReadyWise emergency food supply buckets contain 150 freeze-dried food servings and has a 25-year shelf life. In total, it provides 25,280 calories and various freeze-dried meal choices.
They include teriyaki rice, pasta Alfredo, potato pot pie, and apple cinnamon cereal. These ReadyWise emergency food supply buckets lists online for $80. $80 for 150 servings.
That's a steal.
That's a deal. But you can also get it for less at some Costco stores.
Oh my goodness, that's meal prep right there. You never have to prep for, several years apparently. I don't know, but you're still onto the 150 hot dogs over there, right?
Yes, listen, in a post-apocalyptic world, as long as we still have wholesale places like Costco or Sam's Club and the $1.50 beef hot dog combo.
On the 150 hot dogs.
I don't think that they would last as long as 25 years like these do.
Yeah, that's meal prep. I need to get some. Well, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30, applause is in order as the Benton Franklin County Adult Drug Court celebrates 2 new graduates. We get to hear what one of them had to say in just a few minutes.
And lots of musicians were let down at the Tri-Town Get Down Music Festival. We hear from those involved, their first-hand account. We'll be right back with the next half hour after this.
Allen Brecky Law Offices will act fast and work hard to get you the compensation you deserve. Call 735-0546 to find out what your rights are under the law. Call now. They're waiting to help you.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider. So switch to Spectrum and get a powerful network that connects nearly 500 million devices.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with free modem, no data caps, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee when you level up to a gig. Call 1-855-735-1336 or scan to call.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming with the most reliable internet speeds. device. Get a powerful network that millions of customers rely on. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with 99.9% network reliability, no added taxes or hidden fees, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee. Call 1-855-735-1336.
Call now.
Whitman Hill Winery is proud to support Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown.
Scan this QR code or click contests at AppleValleyNewsNow.com to vote for your favorite and enter to win a $25 gift card from STCU. From STCU, Les Schwab Tires, and Whitman Hill Winery.
It's the More Furniture Anniversary Truckload event. We've been serving our loyal customers since 1997, and in appreciation, our showrooms are filled with truckloads of our top-tier products at factory direct prices, ready for delivery straight to your home. During our anniversary event, we'll give you special 48-month financing with no money down and equal monthly payments. For a limited time, when we deliver your purchase, we'll pick up, repurpose, and donate your gently used pieces locally. Visit your local showroom for the best deals.
It's time to get moving with a new car from Overturf Kia. The new 2024 Kia Niro gives you 3 great ways to save fuel. Available with a fuel-efficient gas-electric hybrid, a plug-in hybrid, or as a full electric vehicle. A new 2024 Kia Niro LX gas-electric hybrid starts at just $28,980. Plus, get 4.99% interest for up to 72 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
It's Walker's Furniture's 44th anniversary sale, where you can buy like friends and family with savings up to 44% off and get special financing for up to 5 years.
It's a great time to save at Walker's.
Let's celebrate our democratic republic all year long, not just the first week of July. We have freedoms that are unmatched. Our system isn't perfect, but it's the best.
If you've been injured, get a free consultation from the people who live and work right here in our community.
Stacy Lee, KEPKView First Alert Weather. Watch weeknights. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica DeWall.
I'm Riley Fitzgerald, filling in for Jill Sperling this morning.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
And Riley, it's a special day for you today, isn't it?
It is July 19th, a very special day.
What does it mean?
It's my wedding anniversary.
Aww,
I'm so happy.
Congratulations.
First year anniversary?
First year anniversary. So this day, exactly 1 year ago, let's take a look at the clips. I put in some of my wedding photos.
Gorgeous.
It was the best day possibly ever.
So it's been a year. What advice do you have for us, for me, because I'm supposed to get married next year? So what advice would you be able to give me?
Advice. I would say that nothing changes between being engaged and being married unless you let it, change.
Advice.
And just so much love. Share the love every single day. I love this guy. I love this guy more than life.
I had no idea that you did.
I'll never miss an excuse to talk about him or my relationship or my cats. And so we're just a lovely family of 4 right now.
One. Well, congratulations. Are you doing anything special today?
We have some dinner plans.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Oh, so if you go to these dinner plans, is the weather going to be good, Josh? No? Too hot?
It's going to be hot, but dinner plans would be better than lunch plans.
Yeah.
Especially if you start
dinner plans.
Start to get into a little bit of shade.
5 p.m.
5 p.m.
The worst time.
Peak of daytime heating.
Good luck.
I don't know what to tell you about that one. Okay, let's go ahead and take a live look outside right now at Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. You can see a little bit of light haze up in the sky for this morning. I'm thinking that the haze should become a little bit more predominant a little bit later in the day. Right now, temperatures are in the 60s for the Yakima and Kittitas valleys, up into the 60s and 70s in the lower Columbia Basin. Look at that, already 75 for parts of the Tri-Cities, and then we're in the 60s for the foothills of the Blues. Here's your hour by hour for today for the Tri-Cities. And again, peak of daytime heating right around 100 degrees. So it's going to be a lot of t-shirt weather out there for today. Be sure to, of course, have the water, have the sunscreen, and take plenty of breaks if you're going to be working outside. So the bottom line for the forecast is that it's going to be hot, but thankfully a little bit cooler in the next week. Also a little thunderstorm chance in the forecast for Monday, which could be trouble when it comes to fire starts. Also fire fuel energy. The metrics for that are way up for today, and I'll show you some of that data coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Making a difference now, the Benton Franklin County Adult Drug Court celebrates 2 new graduates.
So the drug court was created to give people who are charged with qualifying felonies an opportunity to recover from their addiction. The program can last for over a year, and the 2 graduates were able to inspire other candidates with their stories. The judge read a closing letter from one of those graduates.
This is what she said. My life prior to entering drug court was absolutely and completely a disaster. I was using all day, every day. I entered into an abusive relationship. It came a point where not even makeup would cover up all the bruises and injuries and black eyes. My self-esteem was gone. I had nothing.
After completing drug court, the graduates get their charges dismissed and get to embark on a new life with new skills and new mentors to help guide them. In a follow-up now, the Tri-Town Get Down Music Festival came to Richland this year with big promises, but did it deliver?
Well, some say no, and some say they have a plan to make sure that doesn't happen again.
That's Rick Jones' band, Mad Ruby. They performed at this year's Tri-Town Get Down in Richland.
It was a decent show. The only complaint that we only had is that it was spread too thin, so there was no one knew that we were playing or when we were playing except for what we were telling folks.
Now, Mad Ruby was paid for their performance, but according to other performers who posted online, they were not paid. 2 other issues. The festival expanded too much, which caused most bands to not have an audience. But I also spoke with Kelly Denning over the phone on Thursday. She and her husband say they both saw red flags before Tri-Town even started.
When my husband originally got his email saying, hey, these are the stipulations and everything that we need from you guys as performers, it had listed a 2080 merch cut, like they were getting them with a lot of different fees, high ticket prices.
So the duo decided at the last minute to put on their own music festival titled Battle Vest Fest at the same time. Also in Richland, but at Ray's Golden Lion.
I mean, Caleb Brown, people started asking Caleb about these merch cuts. He said that, you know, he has to have that money so that he can eat. And we're trying to explain to him, we have bands coming from Seattle or elsewhere that that merch money is what they rely on.
Others who posted online feel the same way. They say they were taken advantage of because of how much Tri-Town was charging for bands to sell their own merchandise. As for Rick Jones' band, Mad Ruby, he has experience looking at contracts, so he caught the fact that Tri-Town wanted 20% of sales, so he negotiated. Jones has been performing for decades, and he owns his own business.
And my thing is, I've booked a lot of shows, and negotiation's always part of the deal. And so I just called my contact, and she told me, no, you don't have to worry about it. We're not going to take your merch sales. I said, okay.
We wanted to make sure that everybody knew that we support small and local artists and weren't going to try and steal their money.
Will Battle Vest be back for next year?
Oh, yes, most definitely. We have people have been asking to sponsor us already. We have bands hitting us up on the daily.
Apple Valley News Now has called and emailed Tri-Town's organizer, but have not heard back yet, and will continue to track the story as we learn more.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, former President Trump spoke at the last night of the RNC yesterday.
We have a recap of what he talked about in his speech.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Upgrade your home's busiest areas with waterproof flooring built to last. This month, take it off the wish list and get it done. At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. Love the home you live in.
Visit us at our new urban wine bar in historic downtown Kennewick. Choose from a variety of wines and food from our expanded menu. Enjoy time with friends old and new. After hours with riverfront views from our shaded patio, we are Mireille Gaston Wine Bar.
Audiologist Jennifer Wright is now caring for patients of all ages at Prosser Ear, Nose, and Throat Center. Her services include audiological evaluations, hearing aid fittings, pediatric testing, cochlear implants, and more. The effects of hearing loss can often be minimized with the correct diagnoses and proper treatment. To schedule an appointment with audiologist Jennifer Wright, call Prosser Ear, Nose, and Throat Center at 509-786-5599 today. This is how we care.
Tiffany Smiley is not who she says she is.
Tiffany Smiley started a PAC claiming to raise money to support conservative candidates, but contributions were funneled to pay off her own $1 million campaign debt.
Of the almost $800,000 she raised, only $24,800 went to candidates. Instead, Tiffany used the money on luxury travel and to try to pay off her massive debt.
Tiffany Smiley deceived her donors. Don't let her deceive you.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message.
Join us Saturday, July 20th in historic downtown Prosser for the 20th annual Prosser Art Walk and Wine Gala. Sip award-winning wines and craft beer while strolling creations from artisans throughout the Pacific Northwest. Enjoy live music and a variety of food trucks for an evening not to be missed. Tickets are just $20 and on sale now at tourprosser.com/artwalk.
Welcome to Walker's Furniture's 44th anniversary sale, where we are celebrating by offering savings up to 44% off.
And get special financing for up to 5 years.
This week at Walker's.
Upgrade your home's busiest areas with waterproof flooring built to last. This month, take it off the wish list and get it done. At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. Love the home you live in.
Looking for a quiet place to kayak or paddleboard?
The lake, the river here they're just great.
You'll want to see Blackwell Island.
Get out and experience the water. This is a great recreation area.
Fly the Northwest.
Lots of scenery.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Double cider, people who put butter on both sides of their bread.
Any double ciders here that they want to admit?
Next live, Anthony Ramos from Twisters and Chef Eitan Berna.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It's a little bit cooler up in the higher terrain this morning, which is of course what you would expect. 50s, mid-50s for Snoqualmie Pass and for Cle Elum, but closer to 70 for places like Ellensburg and Vantage. Then down into Yakima County, the Yakima Valley, mostly in the 60s. It's a little bit cooler here in Sunnyside, but elsewhere we're in the 60s. And then for Benton and Franklin County, 60s and 70s, officially 75 in the Tri-Cities for this morning. A little bit cooler along the river with 60s and 70s. And then for the foothills of the Blues, also 60s and 70s with some cooler temperatures up in the higher terrain of Meacham and Ukiah with 40s, 50s, and 60s. A little bit later in the day, it's going to be a hot one. We'll be up around 100 in the Tri-Cities. That'll place us at about 5 to 10 degrees above average for this time of the year, a little bit closer to 10 degrees above average. So very hot stuff, pretty hazy out there too, and there will be the risk for more fire starts today as our fire fuel energy compared to historical data. It's going to be up into the 97th percentile for Yakima and Kittitas counties. Very dry stuff there. Very, very dry stuff for the lower Columbia Basin as the fire fuel energy is going to be up into the 99th percentile and then also up into the 99th percentile for the Blue Mountains. So fires could once again start or spread quickly in this environment, and that will continue into this weekend with some very hot weather. I'll tell you just how hot coming up in a few minutes.
In political news now, a different kind of speech from former President Donald Trump.
A speech he said he rewrote after surviving an assassination attempt just days ago. Take a look.
Former President Donald Trump addressing the crowd on the final day of the Republican National Convention, accepting his third GOP presidential nomination.
I am running to be president for all of America,
not half of America.
Just days after surviving an assassination attempt at a Pennsylvania rally, he detailed that near-death experience.
I started to, like this, turn to my right and was ready to begin a little bit further turn, which I'm very lucky I didn't do.
Sources say he's been intensely focused on this speech in recent days, personally dictating and writing portions of the address. Trump told those close to him he wanted to strike a more unifying tone.
Despite such a heinous attack, we unite this evening more determined than ever.
He only mentioned President Joe Biden's name once.
Only going to use the term once. Biden.
A marked departure from his two previous convention speeches. And for the most part, he focused on the core themes guiding his campaign, including inflation, the economy, crime, and immigration, ending the night on a more familiar tone.
But we become a dumping ground for the rest of the world, which is laughing at us. They think we're stupid.
Trump and his running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, will hold their first joint rally this weekend at an indoor venue in Michigan. Reporting in Milwaukee, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, if you don't have plans for the weekend, you'll want to stay tuned.
We have the local events that you can go to coming up next.
Warning, your air conditioner unit needs service. Would you like me to call Bruce?
Yes, call Bruce.
Thanks to today's modern technology, it's never been easier to call Bruce Heating and Air. When your AC unit needs serviced, call Bruce.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get this party started.
Just make sure you call the right Bruce.
Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $1,850 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Take good care of you, Bruce Heating and Air. It's Walker's Furniture's 44th anniversary sale, where you can buy like friends and family with savings up to 44% off and get special financing for up to 5 years.
It's a great time to save at Walker's.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, West Richland, Hermiston, Road 68 in Pasco, and at the new location on West Court Street in Pasco. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at all 6 locations. Get the lowest prices on the largest selection of vape models, classic to tropical vape flavors, batteries, cigars, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. Don't waste time in other places. Go to Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Smart Law will be hosting a Hanford Workers' Compensation educational dinner at their Kennewick office Thursday, August 22nd at 6 p.m. To register, call 509-735-5555. Dinner provided. Smart Law, smart choice.
Hey, Tri-Cities! It's Eric the Peanut Guy with your Tri-City Dust Devils. Summertime in the Tri is made for Dust Devils baseball. Come out this Friday, July 19th for Family Feast Night with $2 hot dogs, snacks, and soft drinks thanks to Yolks Fresh Market. Your Dust Devils will also play in their special Marvel-inspired uniforms. Then we'll end the game on Saturday, July 20th with a spectacular fireworks show thanks to Toyota. Visit the official ticket site at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
Whitman Hill Winery is proud to support Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown.
Scan this QR code or click contests at applevalleynewsnow.com to vote for your favorite and enter to win a $25 gift card from STCU. From STCU, Les Schwab Tires, and Whitman Hill Winery.
Here's to feeling at home on mountain trails, playing by the river all day, exploring your favorite off-beaten paths and terrains, or simply savoring your favorite foods. Here's to Subaru season. Experience all our hometown summers have to offer with the new Subaru Outback from McCurley Subaru. Your way home.
Get a new Subaru Outback from McCurley Subaru today with 2.9% financing.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at AppleValleyNewsNow.com and our mobile apps.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. If you're looking for something fun to do this weekend, listen up.
The 20th annual Prosser Art Walk and Wine Gala is tomorrow from 5 to 9 o'clock. There will be Pacific Northwest artists, local wineries, microbrews, food trucks, and live music.
Tickets are $20 and includes a glass and 2 drink tickets. Find tickets at tourprosser.com. The event takes place in historic downtown Prosser at 6th and Dudley Avenue.
And the Dust Devils have a 3-game homestand starting tonight. So this evening, it's the Marbles Defenders of the Diamond Night plus Family Feast Night.
So tomorrow is a very special night at Giza Stadium. Jessica, are you ready to throw out that first pitch?
I am throwing out that first pitch, and I have not thrown a baseball in ever. Yeah. So it'll be interesting.
I'm super thrilled for you.
Go somewhere.
Well,
it'll be exciting.
Do you plan to, I guess, try?
Oh, I will try. Okay. I will try very hard, but give me grace if it's terrible.
Yes, we'll see it. If you don't catch it tomorrow, I think we'll have it on Monday morning.
Yeah, we'll see it.
There's also fireworks tomorrow, so you've got to stay until the very end of the game, and I'll be there. Jessica will be there.
It'll be fun.
It'll be a hit, if you know what I mean.
Also, Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown is still underway.
That's right. So we're looking for the best place to eat in our area. 32 restaurants have made it through round 1, so now it's time for you to vote for the Sweet Delicious 16 in round 2.
All we need you to do is scan the QR code that's up on your screen now. You can do this on your phone. You can also get your computer. Head to applevalleynewsnow.com, click on contest, and select Restaurant Showdown to vote.
So after voting, be sure to enter to win a $25 gift card from STCU. 24 winners will be chosen at random in a drawing at the end of the voting. So remember to enter to win that gift card each round that you vote in. For more chances to win, you can check it all out at applevalleynewsnow.com.
And keep it right here. We've got the morning sprint up next.
But first, here's a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a dream cruise turned nightmare.
When you talk about cruise nightmares, this is the definition of it.
9 members of the Galt family were aboard a cruise to Alaska and stepped off the boat for a lumberjack excursion they booked through the cruise line. They say when they tried to get back to the ship, the local tour operator told them there was no room on the bus.
Hey, bus is full. You got to wait for the next bus.
They say they called the local port agent who rushed them to the ship only to see it already pulling away from the dock. Their belongings and some of their passports still on board. They say they had to cover their own food and hotel and find their own way back to Oklahoma.
It was completely overwhelming. Probably the hardest thing I've ever done.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of our interview with the Galt family, what the cruise line is doing now, and what experts say you shouldn't leave a cruise ship without. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
The darkness of bipolar depression made me feel like I was losing interest in the things I love. Then I found a chance to let in the light.
Discover Capilita. Unlike some medicines that only treat bipolar 1, Capilita is proven to deliver significant symptom relief from both bipolar 1 and 2 depression. And in clinical trials, movement disorders and weight gain were not common.
Capilita can cause serious side effects. Call your doctor about sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts right away. Antidepressants may increase these risks in young adults. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Capilita is not approved for dementia-related psychosis. Report fever, confusion, or stiff muscles which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements which may be permanent. Common side effects include sleepiness, dizziness, nausea, and dry mouth. These aren't all the side effects.
In the darkness of bipolar 1 and 2 depression, Capilita can help you let in the light. Ask your doctor about Capilita. Find savings and support at capilita.com.
Now, the morning sprint.
It is 6:51 and it's time for your 6 o'clock morning sprint.
So we start off in your national headlines. Trump has a scheduled phone call with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky today. The conversation comes amid concerns about Trump's potential policy towards the Ukraine war.
Trump has said he plans on settling the unrest in Eastern Europe in a day if he becomes president again, but hasn't said how he would do so.
The FAA has grounded several flights this morning due to communication issues. Affected airlines include United, Allegiant, Delta, and American.
Right now, it's unclear how long the grounding will last.
Now here are the 5 top things that you can look for locally.
The Pilot Rock fire is burning in Umatilla County, triggering several areas to be put under evacuation levels of 1, 2, and 3. It has grown to about 20,000 acres. The Umatilla County Sheriff's Office captain says the fire is along Yellow Jacket Road and Highway 395 South. There are shelter spots at Grant Union High School and the Pendleton Convention Center.
These are images of a large wildfire that burned around 800 acres in Walla Walla County. It happened in a wheat field near Ridpath Road, just off of Luck and Bill Bridge Road. It took several hours to contain the fire. Firefighters say 3 farmers helped in stopping the fire by using their disc machinery to contain the spread. No structures were lost and no one was hurt.
Walla Walla police arrested a 21-year-old man for suspicion of filming a person in a bathroom yesterday. A person at Whitman College reported a man followed a woman into a public restroom and filmed them. Police identified the man and then arrested Maxwell Grady. He was booked into jail on voyeurism, a Class C felony, and police are asking anyone else with a similar experience to contact them.
The Tri-Cities Animal Shelter in Pasco says they are currently past capacity for dogs and cats. They tell us they're doing everything they can to accommodate the influx of animals. They purchased more pop-up kennels and are utilizing all shelter spaces to ensure every pet has a place to stay. We have more information about the shelter on our website.
The Ben Franklin County Adult Drug Court celebrated 2 new graduates. This was created to give people charged with qualifying felonies an opportunity to recover from their addiction. The graduates inspired others with their stories. Check this out now. Meta is rolling out a new feature on Instagram.
So yesterday, Instagram's Notes feature expanded to Reels and Feed Notes.
The update will let users leave notes directly on those posts.
And before the changes, notes appeared at the top of your inbox or above your profile picture. Only your friends can see your notes and they can be deleted at any time.
And if you don't want the notes feature at all, you can turn it off in your settings. Meta said followers are more likely to see a post when a note has been added.
I don't think I've ever used the notes feature.
I've seen other people use it.
Oh, there, you could put songs on there. Maybe I have used it once or twice. Do you use the notes? Are you guys on Instagram?
When it first
not on
came
Instagram
out.
much.
Oh, okay.
When it first came out, I think I used it once, and now I just see what other people post.
Same. I think that's what I do. Well, what can you note about this weather, Josh?
I love that. I was wondering what the segue was going to be. I love that. Yeah. I can note that it's going to be hot, it's going to be hazy, and there's going to be the potential for more fire starts, unfortunately.
Lately, right?
Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a live look at the temperature map right now as we are in the 60s and 70s, already 75 in Tri-Cities. So a balmy start out there. It's going to be a very hot end to today as we'll end up right around 100, just shy of 100 for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. Will be between 100 and 105 for the Tri-Cities and then just shy of 100 for the foothills of the Blues. The worst haze and smoke today is obviously going to be immediately downwind of those fires in Umatilla and Morrow counties. And then for tonight, still some lingering haze, especially in the foothills of the Blues and in the Blue Mountains proper. Overnight lows are going to be mild once again. Most of us should end up in the 60s, so maybe just a smidge cooler compared to what we're seeing for this morning. And then we'll be a smidge hotter into tomorrow, closer to 105 in the Tri-Cities. And look at that, things peaking around 110 again. Remember, we had a couple different days of 110 just last week. So another bout of that, but it's just one day this time. And on the other side of that, finally some more seasonal weather. Mid-90s, that's still objectively hot, but it's average. Okay, we have excessive heat warnings in place galore for about 80% of the viewing area. This goes from 11 a.m. tomorrow morning to 10 p.m. on Monday evening. And then a heat advisory in place for the eastern slopes of the Cascades in Kittitas and Yakima counties. That also goes from 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, but the cutoff time is 8 p.m. for Monday evening. And then just given we're going to be so hot and so dry, another fire weather watch in place for southern Morrow and southern Umatilla counties, also from 11 a.m. on Saturday to 11 p.m. on Sunday. And that is very dicey just given that we already have so many existing fires down that way. Also, there is the risk of more fire starts with a little lightning chance for Monday. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Haze increasing into Saturday, near 110 for Sunday. Finally some 90s next week. For Yakima, better air quality today than Saturday. Highs near 105 Sunday, maybe some 80s by the end of next week. For Hermiston, hazy over the next couple of days, near 110 for Sunday, low 90s for Tuesday and beyond. And then for Walla Walla, hazy for today and tomorrow at least. Highs north of 105 for Sunday, more seasonal by Tuesday.
Thank you, Josh. It sounds like, going to be another hot weekend, just like we have been these past couple of months.
Yes, we're looking forward to those seasonable average temperatures.
Mid-90s.
Woo! I love 90s. Well, thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest updates on our website, applevalley.newsnow.com.
Good Morning America is up next. We'll be back with local news and weather tonight at 5 o'clock. Have a great day.